God's advice today: stop immediately and pay attention, because God is speaking directly to you through this video. Every moment you spend ignoring the signs is an opportunity lost. This is not just another video, it is a divine call to transform your life in a tangible way. Like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because you won't want to miss a single word. Don't wait any longer. Click on the first comment, listen to the 1-minute prayer, and discover how this product was created to support your spiritual and practical growth. Every moment of hesitation is a chance slipping away, and God wants you to take the lead now. Like, share, and let this message reach others who need hope and guidance. This is the moment for action and faith. Align your heart, mind, and decisions with what God is preparing for you. Change happens when you decide to act, and today can be the first step toward a full, blessed life filled with opportunities. God said, "Listen to me, my beloved child, for this is not a time for distraction but for awakening. I speak to you with urgency because the time for hesitation has run out, and every passing second is a call for you to leave excuses behind and choose the path of abundant life. I have surrounded you with signs, allowed doors to open and doors to close so that you would understand that nothing is random but direction, and yet many times you held on to the tomorrow that never arrives. Do you feel in your heart the desire for a deep spiritual transformation, not only in your life but also in the lives of those you love? Believe it, when we connect with God with faith and surrender, we open the way for blessings and abundance to manifest in surprising ways. A simple prayer of just 1 minute can become the starting point to renew your mind, strengthen your faith, and prepare your life to receive more peace, prosperity, and hope each day. If you want to learn how to apply this practice in your daily routine and discover paths to live more fully and abundantly, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take on this spiritual journey also supports our channel and the entire team dedicated to bringing messages that uplift your life. Don't wait any longer to take this first step of faith. Click now and allow yourself to begin a journey of spiritual renewal and inner growth. Now I tell you, do not look back with longing at what did not work out, but fix your eyes on the horizon moving before you, for the season has changed and demands your response. There is no purpose in storing up knowledge without practice, nor in storing promises without decision. Remember what is written, but seek his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well. Luke chapter 12 verse 31. For the key to all that you seek is not in your own strength but in aligning your heart with my rule. I do not call you to a dead religion, but to the life that pulses at the center of my will, where you will find rest, provision, courage, and destiny. Therefore, rise, my child, and take the step you have delayed until today, for this is the moment of your turning point, and I walk with you. Comment, I trust in the love of God, He is my refuge. Remember the days when emptiness consumed you, the moments when you sought meaning in the distractions of the world and nothing could fill your soul. It was not chance, nor mere pain without purpose. Every silence you faced, every door that closed before you, was part of a map I drew with care and patience. The procrastination you wrestled with so often did not arise from lack of understanding, but from choices shaped by the fear of not being enough. And yet, even in your hesitation, I walked with you, extending my hand when you fell and sustaining your heart when you thought there was no way out. Now, however, I speak with urgency, not to frighten you but to reveal that the time of waiting has turned into a time of decision. Every step you postponed can no longer remain in an undefined future. It is now that you must rise and take the place I prepared for you, for nothing can steal the destiny I wrote with love over your life. Comment, I choose to trust in God's timing, He is never late. In the silence of your nights, when sleep fled and your mind sought comfort, there I was, teaching you to listen to the language of the signs I placed before you. The doors that opened and those that closed were not random moves, but directions to teach you to see with spiritual eyes. Sometimes you did not understand, other times you grew angry, but I remained with you, patient as the one who knows the end from the beginning. You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Luke 12 verse 40. Just as the coming of the Son is certain, so too is the call I give you today. This is not merely about opportunity, but a cry of love that does not want to see you trapped in fear or delay. The seasons change, and this is the time of your response. Do not mistake, my child, the patience I have had with you as a sign of forgetfulness. Patience was the hospital of your soul, where I healed wounds and restored what seemed impossible. But there comes a point where healing requires movement. To remain still would be to deny the very miracle that has already happened in you. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Luke chapter 12 verse 34. What you value will define your path, and that is why I invite you to align your heart with what is eternal, not with what fades away. I know of the forgiveness you hesitated to release, the talents you hid out of shame, the dreams you buried out of fear of failure. Now is the time to let go of the weight and walk lightly, for only then will you be able to live in fullness. Comment, I will not fear the waiting, for I know God turns pain into purpose. My child, do not think the battle you face is small or invisible. The adversary knows he does not need to destroy you immediately. It is enough to convince you that there will always be a tomorrow to decide. Every later contains the poison of indecision, and every excuse delays the blessings already aligned for your life. I, however, am greater than your doubts, and I have prepared paths even when your eyes cannot yet see them. Angels watch your choices, and seasons transform according to your response. I do not call you to live a life of perfection, but a life of direction, of steps taken in trust that I am with you. Even if there is pain, I promise to turn pain into learning and falls into steps, if you trust in me. I also know that guilt and sorrow often try to paralyze your heart. But I tell you, there is no part of your story from which I cannot bring redemption. Do not hide your past, instead, present it before me, and I will turn it into testimony. The forgiveness I offer does not erase consequences, but it renews your heart so that you can walk without chains. When you are honest about your failures, I open doors that were once locked, for truth sets you free. Therefore, if you have held on to resentments, release them today. If you have cultivated habits that bind you, let them go now. The transparency of your heart will be the key to new experiences and eternal fruit. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. There is a subtle battle for your time and for your destiny. The adversary does not need to win by direct confrontation. He only needs to sow doubts, convince you that the clock has slack, persuade you that tomorrow is always safe. Therefore I declare, today is a day of crossing lines. Angels watch the choices you make and the seasons change according to your yes or your no. When I tell you to act, it is not bad hurry, it is an invitation to a living alliance, a surrender that aligns body, mind, and resources to what is holy. Learn to measure every decision by this question: does this bring me closer to what is holy or does it push me away? Do not underestimate the communal effect of your response. Your yes produces fruits that reach generations. And when doubt wounds your chest, remember, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In the midst of uncertainty, that truth rebuilds trust and points to the next step. I do not propose empty formulas. I propose partnership. You say yes, I open paths. There are shortcuts that only I see, secret doors the world does not perceive. Even when everything seems closed, I am able to make all things new, but I need your consent. Without your yes, grace stays on the horizon. With your yes, it rains and makes things fruitful. Comment: today I say yes, grace may fall upon my life. Look at your past without fear of the one who judges. Bring it to the light so that I may heal. I do not ask you to hide wounds, but to open them to me with courage. Confessing your weakness is the first step of liberation. Recognizing betrayals against yourself and the habits that wear you down is necessary cleansing. When you hand over resentment, do not hide it under justifications. The forgiveness I offer transforms your interior and gives you freedom to walk with responsibility. I do not erase consequences, but I renew your capacity to respond to the call with integrity. If you have kept talents hidden out of shame, offer them, not out of vanity, but for service. And if you have postponed choices for fear of making mistakes, understand that erring is part of growing. Falls become steps if you rise with humility. Ask me for direction and I will give it. Ask me for courage and I will grant it. I do not propose a path without work. I propose a walking with meaning, where every labor yields fruit. Faithfulness in small things opens the sequence of everyday miracles. Comment: I turn to truth. I let the healing begin. The urgency I urge upon you is an invitation to love without reserves. To love me fully implies loving what I represent, the neighbor, the small daily justice, the truth that does not yield to the easy. Do not confuse religiosity with relationship. Do not seek empty rituals. Seek to offer your life as a living sacrifice. Every priority, your time, your words, your resources, must be measured by its capacity to draw you nearer to what is holy. When you choose the surface, you live watching life pass by the window. When you choose to move, you enter the current where my promises are fulfilled in fruit. These fruits go beyond you. They reach children, friends, communities. They are seeds of transformation. The today you decide shapes the tomorrow of those who follow you. Therefore, do not underestimate the collective dimension of your response. The surrender I ask of you is an act of courage and love that transforms circumstances. With each obedient step, fear loses ground and hope grows. Comment: I give my time and my resources, my love becomes action. If you are afraid it is already too late, hear this firmly: it is not late for turnarounds. I make all things new. I can change your story even when everything seems irredeemable. However, for me to work, I need your consent, your yes that translates into concrete action. Do not trust feelings alone. trust the calling I placed on you before you were born. Rise up, repent of what imprisons you and walk. Ask me for the courage you lack. Ask me for direction for the steps you fear to take. I open doors where you saw walls, and I teach you to see shortcuts where the world sees blockages. Even if the seasons seem contrary, my faithfulness remains. I do not promise absence of struggle, I promise company that makes the struggle meaningful. Every pain, when received in communion with me, becomes an instrument of formation. Comment, it is not late, I rise and ask for direction. Now, make a decision, stop postponing, stop wearing fear as an excuse. Walk with integrity, confess what binds you and free what corrodes you. I want you to be whole, not by appearance, but inwardly, because the world needs your truth and your surrender. If today you opt for the surface, you will live watching. If today you choose to move, you will enter the stream where my promises flourish. I do not promise easy shortcuts, I promise presence that sustains. And when you stumble, remember, my hands lift you and my promises reform you. Give me your yes and together we will see the seasons change. Comment, I give my yes today, I walk in partnership with the Lord. In the moments when anxiety gripped your chest and fear kept you from resting, I was by your side, counting every beat of your heart and calming every thought that tried to discourage you. As it is written in Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Even when despair whispered that there was no way out, I surrounded you with my presence, holding you when it felt like your own feet were giving way. Every tear you shed was watered with hope, every pain transformed into learning, every fall into experience for growth. I never allowed the burden to be too much for you because my love is greater than any difficulty you may face. In every dark night, in every moment you felt lost, my invisible hand lifted you, my unseen gaze guided your steps, and my silent voice told you, there is still more to come, beloved child. When you thought that life was rejecting you, that doors were closing without reason, that relationships were falling apart, or that opportunities were slipping away, remember the words of Romans chapter 8 verse 28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Every no you received was not a failure, it was protection. Every loss, every disappointment, every setback I used to make room for something greater than your human mind could imagine. Often, your limited perception made you believe you were abandoned or forgotten, but I was orchestrating your blessings so perfectly that human time could never comprehend. Every tear shed, every broken heart, every weight that seemed endless was divine preparation. I was building your patience, your resilience, and your faith, preparing your spirit for the exact moment when my providence would manifest. Comment, God turns my losses into victories. I know, my beloved, that you were betrayed and that your heart suffered for trusting where you shouldn't, for loving those who could not value your devotion. Resentment and pain may have marked your soul, but do not let bitterness define you. You are precious in my eyes, your identity does not depend on human approval. In Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 3 it is written, I have loved you with an everlasting love, I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. I never strayed from you, even when you felt that your worth was fading under others' disregard. Every wound left by others I healed with my eternal love, every disappointment I transformed into strength, every apparent abandonment became an opportunity to reveal my faithfulness. I do not measure you by the world's eyes, Your greatness is seen from my perspective, where you are immensely loved, invaluable, and never disposable. When scarcity pressed upon you and your resources seemed insufficient, when the fear of tomorrow threatened your trust, I proved my faithfulness in invisible yet powerful ways. Do you remember the unexpected help, the provision that appeared when you thought there was no way out? It was all my work, my child. Every time your heart doubted how you would survive, my secret provisions were already on their way, my hands already supporting you. I never allowed you to walk alone, even when you believed so. I sustained you, fed you, and led you through difficulties. Every time you whispered silently, "I don't know how I will manage," I was already opening doors and sending help through ways your eyes could not see. My mercy never fails, my love never abandons, and my presence is constant, even in the shadows of scarcity. My beloved child, understand that every difficulty, every struggle, every moment of despair was part of my work to prepare you for the fullness of life that awaits you. I turn pain into learning, tears into strength, loss into preparation for greater blessings. Even when you thought nothing would change, that my promises would not come to pass, I was working to fulfill in your life what your soul longed for. Everything you have experienced, each challenge and every victory, shaped your character, strengthened your faith, and drew your heart closer to me. Remember, I am your refuge, your sustenance, and your constant hope. In everything, in all circumstances, in every sigh and every silent prayer, I am with you. There is no emptiness my love cannot fill, no shadow my light cannot dispel, and no moment of your life that is wasted. Everything works together for your good because I, your God, love you with an eternal, unwavering, and infinite love. No, my son, you are not lost beyond the reach of redemption. You are not too far away to be called mine. Every moment of loneliness you endured was a quiet preparation for you to recognize my presence as sufficient. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every apparent abandonment, all of it was shaping your trust in me as your unshakable foundation. And even when your prayers seemed unanswered, I was aligning your spirit with my perfect timing, preparing you to hear my voice clearly when the moment arrived. As it is written in Romans chapter 8 verse 28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Every silent night, every unwept tear, every hidden anguish, all of it was preparing your heart to realize that I never left you alone. I was in the silence with you, and every challenge you faced was my way of refining your faith and strengthening your soul to endure the glory that is about to be revealed. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge always. Every pain you felt, every trial you thought would destroy you, I used to shape you, to refine you, to prepare you. Do not be mistaken in thinking my absence was real. Every silence was my veiled presence, guarding you until the right moment. Every scar you carry is a testimony of my faithfulness. And even when you thought all was lost, I was preparing something greater than you could imagine. As it is written in Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned, the flames will not set you ablaze. Every suffering, every tear, every moment of doubt, all had a purpose, to build within you the capacity to carry what can only come from me. You did not merely survive, you were shaped to thrive, to be a vessel of honor ready to receive the abundance I am about to pour out. Comment, I trust in God's strength, He sustains me in every trial. My son, understand the depth of my empathy. I did not stay distant, watching your suffering from afar. I was in the fire by your side, in the storm, in the valley of shadows, holding your hand. Every wound you endured, I felt with you. Every tear that fell, I gathered as treasure. Every silent cry you offered, I received as incense before my throne. There is nothing in your heart that I have not understood, nothing in your life that I have not carefully and lovingly observed. Now, my beloved, it is time to understand the urgency of the words I am speaking. I have led you through every season, every suffering, every loss, not to leave you where you are, but to bring you to this moment, to this decision, to this revelation. Every suffering was preparation. Every pain was a refining so that you could become the one ready to receive my glory. Comment, I trust in God's wisdom. He knows what is best for me. Everything you have lost has led you to greater gain. Every silence molded your ears to hear my voice now. You are on sacred ground, and all you have endured has prepared you to receive what I am about to manifest. Wipe away the tears that still linger on your face, for yesterday does not define who you are. The past can no longer hold your life. I am here and have always been. Every scar is proof that you survived because I was with you. Now, I declare that you will not merely survive, but you will flourish. You will walk in strength, see answers that once seemed delayed, and witness the restoration I promised. The season of pain was preparation. This is your awakening, my beloved son. Hear me with an open heart, for what I am about to say will penetrate every layer of comfort you have built over the years, revealing what you still hide from yourself. I speak to you not to condemn, but to confront with love, because I cannot allow you to carry that which has no place in the season I am leading you into. You cry out for advancement, plead for change, desire restoration, yet still carry weights that prevent you from fully entering into what I have prepared. You cannot carry old chains into a new season. The door I am opening is narrow and will not allow you to drag with you burdens of disobedience, distraction, or empty commitments. How many hours have you lost in vain pursuits, distractions that do not nourish your soul? I call you back to focus, to offer me the first fruits of your attention. Hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.